Nothing says Halloween like candy. Candy suppliers work overtime to get people to purchase their candies to hand out. When I think back to those magical days, there were certain neglected candies that found their way to the bottom of my pillowcase. I always hated candy corn and Bit-O-Honeys. Other kids despised Tootsie Rolls and butterscotch hard candy, and we'd wind up trading or unloading these awful treats onto other kids. Whatever the case, I checked in to see what candies are disliked today. The candy store compiled a thoroughly researched list of the top 10 worst Halloween candies, pulling their stats from popular news sites such as BuzzFeed, Huffington Post, and Business Insider, among others. They also polled over 25,000 customers, compiling the data onto a weighted spreadsheet. Let's take a look at the ranking from 10 to 1 and see if you can guess which one is the most disliked. Number 10, Tootsie Rolls. Tootsie Rolls, the chewy, chocolate-like cylinders that seem to multiply in every trick-or-treat bag, have long been a polarizing force in the Halloween candy world. For some, they're a passable option when the Snickers and Reese's run out, but for others, they represent candy purgatory, an unending supply of waxy, vaguely cocoa-flavored morsels that refuse to quit. With a texture that sticks to your teeth and a taste that doesn't quite satisfy the chocolate craving, Tootsie Rolls often feel like the candy equivalent of getting socks for Christmas. They're not offensive enough to toss immediately, but they're certainly not the jackpot of the Halloween haul either. Stubbornly ubiquitous, Tootsie Rolls have earned their place as the candy that's always there, but rarely anyone's first choice. Number 9, Bit-O-Honey. Bit-O-Honey is the Halloween candy that feels more like a workout than a treat. These hard, sticky chunks of honey-flavored taffy, mixed with bits of almond, seem to last forever, often because you're still trying to pry them out of your molars hours after taking a bite. For many, Bit-O-Honey isn't just a disappointment. It's the candy that makes you regret going in for that second piece. Number 8, Black Licorice. Black licorice, the Halloween candy that divides trick-or-treaters like no other, is an acquired taste, if anyone's really acquiring it. With its bold, herbal flavor that's more medicine cabinet than candy store, black licorice is often the last thing anyone hopes to find in their Halloween bag. Number 7, Smarties. Smarties, the chalky, pastel-colored candies, have earned a notorious spot in the lineup of the most disliked Halloween treats. They arrive in their iconic clear wrappers, promising sweetness, but often delivering a flavor experience that feels like a distant cousin to real candy. Number 6, Mary Jane's. Mary Jane's, the peanut butter and molasses taffy, wrapped in their unmistakable yellow and red wax paper, have earned a notorious reputation as one of the most disliked Halloween candies. With a texture somewhere between glued to your teeth and brick, Mary Jane's challenge anyone brave enough to give them a chew. Number 5, Wax Coke bottles. Wax Coke bottles, those tiny waxy bottles filled with a suspiciously sweet liquid, are a Halloween oddity that leaves many scratching their heads. At first glance, they seem like a fun, novelty candy. Mini soda bottles, how could you go wrong? But once you bite into that waxy exterior and sip the meager drops of syrup inside, the disappointment hits. The flavor's barely there, and then you're left with the question, what do I do with the wax? Do you chew it, spit it out, or, heaven forbid, swallow it? The whole experience feels like a candy prank. Number 4, Peanut Butter Kisses. Peanut Butter Kisses, the molasses-flavored taffy, wrapped in those unmistakable orange and black wrappers, have become the candy equivalent of a Halloween urban legend. They look harmless enough, but one bite, and you're met with an oddly sticky, tooth-clinging texture, and a flavor that's more mystery molasses than peanut butter. For many, Peanut Butter Kisses aren't just disliked, they're a Halloween punchline, the candy that keeps showing up even though no one seems to ask for it. Number 3, Necco wafers. These brittle wafers, in pastel shades that all taste vaguely like different forms of dust, are notorious for their strange, almost medicinal flavor. With each bite crumbling into a dusty cloud, Necco wafers are the ultimate Halloween antique, often more of a disappointment than a treat. Number 2. Candy corn. Meant to resemble kernels of corn, it feels more like an overly sweet candle that's been misclassified as food. With a waxy texture and a flavor that can only be described as sugar-flavored sugar, candy corn has become the ultimate symbol of Halloween disappointment. Number 1. Circus peanuts. Circus peanuts are the candy that seems to exist in a realm all their own, baffling generations of trick-or-treaters with their bizarre, spongy texture and artificial banana flavor. Shaped like oversized pastel orange peanuts, these marshmallow-like candies have been confusing children for decades. Unlike most Halloween treats that aim to deliver a familiar sweet experience, circus peanuts stand out as an anomaly, a relic from an era when candy seemed more like a science experiment. That's all for now. Thanks for watching. Please like and/or subscribe. Check out another documentary from our vault, and we'll see you next time.